Okay, this stitch is the hemming stitch. There's a couple of different ways you can finish off the end of the raw edge of the fabric before you're going to fold up a hem. One of them is you can sew hem lace or hem tape right to that edge, and then you would have a little piece of that. It is actually shown in one of the pictures on this page as well. If you had a serger or an overlock stitch on your machine, you could finish off that edge so that it doesn't unravel as well. But in this case, I'm going to show you where you can fold up just the smallest scant 1/4 of an inch right here. A nice little press on that. Then let's say I'm going to go ahead and go about 1 inch deep here. If I wanted to check that with my seam guide, I could do so. There we go, 1 inch. Now then, so let's say this is like the inside of our pants, and we're folding up the inside, and I want to do a hem stitch. This would be a blind stitch, meaning from the outside of the pant, or the skirt maybe, we don't see any stitches. So to do this one, I usually will hold the garment like so, or actually, yeah, this way. And again, I like to kind of bury my point of my needle to the back side here. It wouldn't be seen any again. And a tiny little stitch, just barely even getting, see if the camera can focus on here. There we go. Tiniest little stitch, just a couple of the threads from the front side of the garment, and then catching this little folded edge, like so, and down. And I skip down probably about 1/2 inch. Again, tiny little stitch through the front side of the garment and through that folded edge, and pull. You don't want to pull too tight because you don't want any puckering to the outside. Again, tiniest little stitches. This does take a little practice to get that control down, but once you do, you can put a nice secure hem in skirts and pants by hand, and you can get fairly quick at it too. Just like with anything else, practice makes perfect. Let me get one more, and then we'll check our other side to see if we can see this red thread. Again, like I had said before, you usually would match your thread to your fabric as close as possible, so then stitches would be as little visible as possible. Now we can see a tiny little dip of those stitches, but if I were using a light blue thread, you would not see those at all. And that's the hem stitch. There's a couple pictures also on this page of that being completed.